Long ago, in a time when family, marriage, and survival looked very different from today, there lived a man named Jacob. He was traveling far from home, searching for safety and a new beginning. After a long and tiring journey, Jacob arrived in a land where his relatives lived. One day, while resting near a well, Jacob met a young woman named Rachel. The moment he saw her, something changed. He was drawn to her kindness and beauty, and the Bible describes this moment as love at first sight. Rachel was the daughter of a man named Laban, and Jacob soon realized that staying near Rachel meant staying with her family. Jacob told Laban that he wanted to marry Rachel. Laban agreed, but he set a condition. Jacob would have to work for him for 7 years. 7 years is a long time, but Jacob loved Rachel so deeply that the time seemed to pass quickly. Every day of hard work was fueled by the hope of marrying the woman he loved. At last, the 7 years came to an end, and Jacob expected his long-awaited wedding day to Rachel. But that night, Laban played a cruel trick. Instead of giving Jacob Rachel, he secretly sent in her older sister, Leah. In the darkness, Jacob did not realize what had happened until the next morning. When Jacob discovered the truth, he was shocked and angry. Laban explained that in their culture, the older daughter had to be married before the younger one. Rather than fixing the deception, Laban made another deal. Jacob could marry Rachel too, but only if he agreed to work for another 7 years. Jacob agreed. He married Rachel, the woman he truly loved, but Leah remained his wife as well. And from that moment on, the lives of these two sisters became deeply intertwined in a painful way. Leah lived knowing she was married to a man who did not choose her. She felt overlooked and unwanted, longing for Jacob's love and attention. Rachel, on the other hand, had Jacob's affection, but she carried a different kind of pain. She was unable to have children. In that time, having children, especially sons, was closely tied to a woman's sense of worth and security. Leah began having children one after another, and with each child, she hoped that Jacob would finally notice her and love her. The names she gave her sons reflected her longing and her hope that her husband's heart would turn toward her. Meanwhile, Rachel watched her sister build a growing family while she remained childless. Her sorrow turned into jealousy, and jealousy turned into rivalry. The sisters began competing for Jacob's attention, his approval, and their place in the family. Both women were hurting deeply, just in different ways. Leah wanted to be loved. Rachel wanted to be a mother. Neither felt complete. Yet, even in the middle of this broken family and emotional struggle, something greater was happening. God was quietly at work in ways they could not see. In time, Rachel's waiting came to an end. She gave birth to a son named Joseph, who would later become one of the most important figures in the Bible. Leah also played a powerful role in the unfolding story. One of her sons, Judah, became the ancestor of kings and, according to the Bible, the family line that would eventually lead to Jesus. Neither Rachel nor Leah could see the full picture while living through their pain. Each believed the other had what she lacked. But God was working through both of them, using their struggles, their choices, and even their rivalry to shape a much larger story. Their lives teach us that being loved does not guarantee happiness, and getting what we want does not remove all pain. Comparison can blind us to our own value, and longing can make us forget the blessings we already have. Yet this story also shows that even in imperfect and painful situations, God's purpose is still moving forward. Leah, the sister who felt forgotten, became the mother of a legacy that would change the world. Rachel, the beloved wife, learned patience and trust through years of waiting. Their story reminds us that our worth is not defined by attention, success, or comparison. Sometimes the most meaningful purpose is born out of struggle, not comfort. And even when life feels unfair or broken, nothing is wasted. God can still bring beauty, hope, and meaning out of the most complicated stories. And that is why the story of Rachel and Leah still speaks to us today.